I'm excited to be here with you.
No, I missed you, girl.
I miss you too. It's been a day from hell though, but we're gonna get back to that in a little bit, girl. Okay, so you guys, welcome to Being Becoming, the podcast, where we talk about everything and anything. We get up into people's personal lives. We're going to talk about our personal lives and journeys. I'm one of your hosts, Micahia B. And for today's episode, we do have a co-host, which we'll introduce in a few minutes. I'm super excited for her to be here. Special shout out to everyone that is listening to the podcast. You can find us on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts. Also, make sure if you're not watching us on YouTube, you definitely want to be watching us on YouTube. You definitely want to see our facial expressions, how we talking, all of that. You can follow, subscribe, and check us out on YouTube at I'm Just MB, same as my Instagram page. And make sure that you subscribe everywhere so we're more discoverable to people who want to listen to the podcast. Okay, girl. So you ready? Okay, I really want you to... First, we're going to introduce yourself, and then I really want you to talk about today's topic because you came up with today's topic, so I'm ready.
All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Janelle. I am from St. Louis, the Show Me State. I can show you better than I can tell you sometimes.
Okay. Okay.
So, me and the lovely MB, we met at the University of Kentucky. So, we actually stayed in the same dorm, and we were actually RA and resident clerk together. So, you can only imagine the crazy things we experienced together. So, yeah. And so right now I am currently teaching first and second grade. And I'm also working on my master's program right now. And your girl is almost done. Graduation is May 2021. Praise Jesus.
Girl, I know you're ready.
Yes. So the topics for today is toxic friendships and relationships. I thought about this. I was talking to him and I was just going through some things and I was just like, you know what, girl? Is it me or what? And then I realized, nah, girl, it's not you.
It ain't you.
Sometimes it's just growth in life happening all at once. And sometimes that's what it is. And then other times you just dealing with some toxic people, okay? And you just need to let them go. So we're going to be talking more into that. So I'm excited to be here. MB, thanks for having me.
Girl, you know you always welcome. I'm excited to have you here. Yeah, I definitely like that you picked that topic. You also came up with today's little saying for the episode. So that says, cut dead weight. So I'm excited we're talking about all that, toxic friends, dead weight. We get into the end of the new year, as you already know. So we trying to do bigger and better things when we get into 2021. A lot of revelations happened in 2020. We saw who our close friends were, who was there for us. So let's talk a little bit about that. But before we get to that, can we talk about my day today, please? Girl. Okay. So I swear everything that possibly could have happened to stop me from getting to this podcast today, happened. I had one of the days from hell. In the sense of work was stressful. I had to work overtime. I had an hour in between when I got off at work and having to shoot this. We have a gas leak in our house. So I know you guys are seeing, girl, yes! So I know you guys are seeing, if you've been following the podcast, really this is a whole revamp of everything. So if you're new, welcome. If you've been following, you know I've been shooting a few different places. Me and my husband used to have an apartment. Now we have purchased a home. God bless. But yeah, we had a gas leak. There was leaking points in our oven and leaking points in our fireplace, but we got it resolved, but it had to be taken care of today. I also went and got COVID tested today, girl. And that was, that was the whole process.
Have you been outside?
Yeah, I've been outside today. It was one of those drive-through COVID tests, though, so it was really simple.
Are you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm feeling fine. I just wanted to get one before the holiday season. So you guys, I don't think I have COVID. Obviously, I won't have the test results for 3 or 4 days. But we're going home. Home is back to Louisville. So I wanted to make sure that, I was all straight before I went home and visited the family and saw older people and all that stuff.
So. Okay, makes sense. Please, y'all stay safe out here. Still real. I know they are giving out vaccines, but that goes to doctors and nurses first. So please still wear your mask. Be safe, y'all.
Please, please. But yeah, that was my day. So that was up in a nutshell. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff that happened, but that was the most things that stand out at this moment. But yeah, girl, anything with you?
Girl, no. I actually had a pretty chill day today. I saw my kids on Zoom, um,
Mm-hmm.
which is always a blessing to see. But yeah, I'm just kind of ready for this year to be over and 2021 to be
Definitely.
better, and way better. And I mean, I'm not saying 2020 was like the most horrible year, because it wasn't. Throughout 2020, I've been blessed, okay, in most
Mm-hmm.
ways, more ways than one, okay.
Yeah.
So it's been very good though. Like I
Yeah.
said, you have a lot of growth, a lot of maturity. Some debts has been paid off. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I hear you. Okay. That's
So, like I said,
girl.
everything is a blessing. You just have to look at it from a different perspective.
It definitely is. I think just life in general right now is just a blessing with everything that we've been going through with coronavirus, Black Lives Matter, like police brutality, just everything. Life is just a blessing in itself, and we just need to cherish those times with our friends and our loved ones. So thank you guys if you are listening in for spending a little time with us. I promise you we'll make it enjoyable for you guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with today's topic.
All right.
Okay, girl. So can we talk about like we talk about friendships a lot and like toxic friendships and everything, but what is the purpose of like a friendship? Like what are some purposes you can think of? Like I know myself, I'm like, I got friends that I travel with. I got friends that, I talk to on the phone and we stay on the phone for like hours. Like they're my support friends. I have friends that, hey, I want to go out and do something. Obviously, probably not in this COVID time, but we want to go out to the club. We want to go out and hang out. We want to go do something fun, adventurous. I have friends for that. So like, what are you thinking are some purposes for friends to keep around?
Girl, the same thing you mentioned. Like, we love to travel. We talk on the phone
Mm-hmm.
for hours at a time. So
Yep.
friends are the main people that you really talk to, you communicate with. You really tell them what's going on. You're like being real. You're just really releasing everything. You get what I'm saying? Because don't get me wrong,
Definitely.
we open up to everybody. We don't let everybody know our business. So
Mm-hmm.
your friends are your closest people that you confide in. So that's one thing. Your support system, they keep you accountable,
Definitely.
bills, so they help you reach your goals. And then your friends should ultimately push you to be better,
Mm-hmm.
to do better. You don't want to ever be in a friendship where everything is just constant. There's no change.
Yeah.
That's not good. You get what I'm saying? So a
Yep.
friendship is supposed to be balanced, and everyone has a part, a role and a position that they have to play. And I don't want to say that you're using anybody, but you do have
I mean, it's
to.
an exchange. It's an exchange.
Yeah, it's definitely an exchange. So that's really what it is.
Yeah, but I start to think about like past friendships of mine that like haven't gone, I guess, the way I wanted to, or went left, or went sour. And I always think like the turning point for me, like you said, is when it no longer like serves a purpose. When either there's like maybe jealousy involved, or we're not able to come to like a resolution on that, or there's issues with I feel like they're no longer there to support me. Like anytime I reach out, I'm reaching out and they're not reaching out. Like, and they only call those friends that only call you for certain things when they got something going on. You know what I
Amen.
mean? Like, girl,
They
yeah, when they need something, they're the only ones calling when they need something. So I feel like, I don't know, like as we get into 2020, I start to reflect a little bit more because I know I've had some friendships that I felt like have went south also, but I feel like I can repair. So there's that like double side and sword in a sense.
Man, and that's the same. And the thing is, with these toxic friendships, you just be like, you question, like, what did I do to deserve this treatment from you? Did I
Right.
say something that was viewed as like disrespectful or
Mm-hmm.
wrong? So it's just like toxic friendships. How do we, for one, recognize it?
Yeah.
Do we deal with it? And then three, how do we move on?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. You sit there going crazy trying to figure out like what happened and what can you do like next to make sure it doesn't happen again. And I also feel like as we get older, at least in this stage of my life currently, I feel like I'm not making a lot of new friends because I mean, you make friends at work, you make friends when you go to school. And like my work, I work from home right now. I'm not currently going to school anymore. Like I'm done with school. So it's like and we're pretty much at home. At least I'm pretty much at home. Most people are pretty much at home. So how are we? I mean, I know people are making friends off of like Instagram. Like I see those posts of people like, I shot my friendship shot, which was a hard word to say right there. But I shot that shot, and we're best friends now. We've been friends forever. So it's like, how do you navigate that in this type of world? And then also, social media is so like fake in a sense. Like that's not people aren't living their real lives on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
how are
that's
you finding friends?
how do you find friends? Well, like I said, you just really have to be willing to actually meet somebody. You gotta make
Yeah.
yourself friendly and approachable. Because if anybody see you like, oh, she looks stuck up or she look mean, of course they're not gonna talk to you. And don't get me wrong, all of us have kind of quote unquote resting bitch face sometimes.
Girl,
I know
yes.
I do because we be
Girl,
like,
I do too. I
"Girl,
can't help it. Oh well, shoot. I'm relaxed.
exactly. So it's just making sure that you're approachable and then having that one-on-one person conversation with that person and be like, you know what? I vibe with you. And it
Mm-hmm.
could be something as minor as, girl, I really love that person. And that could start off a whole conversation. And I'm not
Right.
just, jump into a friendship immediately just off that, but take your time to actually get to know people
Definitely.
interact in different other social groups. It can be from church, it can be from oh, we just paint together, or
Mm-hmm.
arts and crafts or whatever, or
But
sorority.
girl, what are we doing right now though? Because I mean, we're in our houses. So the only thing I can turn to be honest, is social media. Because if I'm not going outside the house, I ain't meeting none of these people at these places unless I go to the grocery store and we happen to run into each other.
It's different opportunities right now. It could be a
Yeah.
walk in the park, not to be funny. You
True.
walk outside, you really don't have to have on no mask, but you can still be at a safe distance from everybody. Um, or either it can be as simple as going to the nail salon. Even at the nail salon, you still gotta wear your mask. You know what I'm saying? Do a little spa.
Right.
It's still possible. It's still possible. Again, but you do want to be safe. But even
Mm-hmm.
after COVID is over and you go back to normal, these are things that you can implement.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think I'm just one of those weird people. Well, maybe not weird, but I don't know if y'all feel the same way. One of those people, I don't like to come off creepy, and I feel like DMing people like, "Hey, I think I've been seeing your posts, and I think you're real nice," or "I've been seeing your post." Like it comes off a little creepy to me, or like stopping people randomly while they walking trying to get exercise comes off just a little creepy to me. Maybe I just need to get over it. I don't know, but
Yeah, you need to get over it, girl. Everybody
girl,
ain't
maybe.
crazy. Ain't nobody finna kill you and nothing like that.
Girl, I watch too much CSI and all that other stuff. Shoot.
Right, because I love me some Dateline and Fatal Attraction, but
Hmm.
that's not that, y'all. That's not that, okay?
I feel you.
Stay
I
away
feel you.
from the murderers and the killings and stuff like that.
Yeah. But
Um,
anyway, we're here to have a grown conversation about toxic friendships. So we talk about those friends that are already in our lives that we trying to filter out at the end of 2021. So how do we even, what I think needs to happen before we even consider if a friend is toxic or not? There needs to be a conversation had and figure first you need to figure out like in the past few months, you and this friendship, have y'all been clicking? Um, have y'all been like, are you both respectful of each other? Do you both encourage and support each other? Are you still fulfilling that friendship need that you were originally friends for in this first reason? Because sometimes people do grow. Like we talk a lot about growth in like romantic relationships. We don't talk a lot about growth in like friendships per se.
uh-huh.
And
And it's
sometimes people's growth can change the purpose of the friendship, I feel like.
hmm and that's totally true. Simply because as we get older, it seems like I don't want to say we develop more common sense or
We
anything like
do.
And we do. We kind of let go of childish like behavior.
Things, yeah.
So we're supposed to grow and evolve over all this time. And some people are just constant. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your growth, it doesn't have to be just a mental thing. It can be a spiritual thing. It can be a physical thing. It can be finances. It can be all of that. Because my thing is, if you're not improving, why? Why? Why
Right.
am I dealing with you? Why are you still in my circle?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I have to have it all together because that's not it. That's not
Right.
it. What I'm
Because
saying,
nobody's perfect.
nobody's perfect, but I should see something in you that makes me want to be better, do better.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Agreed.
like I say, growth, it happens in different aspects. So,
Mm-hmm.
and oh, you know what? I touched on that. Pretending to have it all together. That
Mm.
can be a huge conflict in friendships.
Yeah,
It can be very,
definitely.
just some people be like, "Oh, you think you better than me," or
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you think just because you got that brand new car that you the shit." You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying how people
Right.
in all actuality. So, it's that too. That could be a part of it, or even hiding secrets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have some friendships where everything is a secret. You get what I'm saying? Hell, you don't even know what their boyfriend look like.
Girl. And we call each other friends. Girl.
Bestie, a bestie.
Girl.
And shoot, look, you be like, oh, that's my man. Girl, I ain't never seen that dude before, ever.
Right. And if that's your best friend, like you should trust that you don't have to be bringing your man around all the time. Like I completely get it. I'm married. I ain't bringing my man around women all the time. But you best believe when me and my husband first met, Janelle met him.
A man.
Janelle's been around my husband multiple times. Me and Janelle have no issues. Like she speaks to Micah. Micah's able to speak to Janelle. There ain't no issues. But I mean I just don't understand it. Like I understand wanting to like, you don't want to create opportunities. Like I completely get that. But it's also like if she's your friend, you should have some type of form of like trust in a sense. You should trust your man, you should trust your friend.
Yeah.
So I don't girl.
Girl, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's
I think it's insecurity sometimes.
I don't know. But hey, it'd be a lot of secrets. It'd be a whole more, more secrets than that. Shoot. Girl, I done known people who didn't had a whole baby and you be like, girl, I didn't know you was pregnant. Oh,
Girl. But
girl.
that makes me think of like some of these. Like I've been watching a lot of like reruns of different TV shows. Do you watch Insecure?
Girl, yes.
Girl, can we talk about Molly and Issa's friendship?
Yes, let's go ahead. Because I got a lot to say, babe.
Girl, I just feel like it's so like okay, I understand like you're friends with someone and you go through like they're both growing. So like Issa this season, she was growing in her business, she was getting it together, she was growing in her relationships, like she wanted to be with Lawrence. They were figuring things out.
Version this year. Like, I'm being
Yeah,
for this season was her year.
it
And
was.
it's after seeing her in so many other seasons not having it together mentally, financially, and for her to really grow now, you'd be like, wow. And for
Yeah.
me to be hating, because basically that's what it was. She was so used
Mm-hmm.
to being the one who quote unquote had it all that she didn't know how to handle her success.
Right. And I will say, this is don't hate me, you guys. Don't hate me. I'm gonna give Molly a little bit of grace. Just a little bit. The Lord tells us to be graceful, so I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace. Or a little bit of grace. I understand the sense of you play a certain role in your relationship. When things change, it kind of throws it out of whack, and you're like, well, maybe she felt like, Issa doesn't really need me as much. Because it wasn't like Issa needed help and Molly was not helping her. Molly was helping her along her journey. So maybe she felt like, oh, Issa's getting big. She has this other friend. What is her name? Condola? Was it Condola? Okay, Condola. She had this other friend, Condola, she was hanging out with all the time. Okay, she's getting back with Warren. Like, Issa doesn't need me as much. Like, so maybe that's where some of the envy and like, acting out in a sense started from. Not being jealous, but being like, I don't know what role I serve anymore.
I mean, I can see it, but again, like for me and you, we have a lot of friends who overlap.
Yeah.
never been the type to be like, I need you to stop hanging out with her, or I felt some type of way, because no, again, each person serves a different relationship. That person can
Definitely.
probably comfort you in a way that I can't comfort you. That
Mm-hmm.
person can encourage you in a way that I can't encourage you. You get what I'm saying? And like for
Right.
you, you hold me accountable. You get what I'm saying?
And
So
same with you.
like my main friends who held me accountable to everything. Girl, you know how all them PE classes we took together?
All of that little electives be in the gym.
But if it wasn't for you keeping me accountable, then I would have never went. I would have never did it. I would have never even
Right.
registered for the course. Let me just say that.
Girl, I get it, but I gotta play devil's advocate just a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna be honest with you too, Janelle. I'm a jealous friend. I have a little jealousy in me. The reason why I don't have jealousy with you and our mutual friends is because the way that you handle both of the situations.
Okay.
There's other people who will come in and they act like, oh, we're best friends now. Let me take your place. You don't have to serve a purpose anymore. You don't act like that. You're like, okay, I know I can hang out with them. I can also hang out with Micaiah. Like you're that chill friend. Like you can just make any situation fun. You don't make it seem like if you go hang out with someone, you're not the next day be like, oh, you know what? I did this and this with so-and-so. So sad to see you weren't there. Like there's some girls out here, and I won't even just say girls. There's probably men out here too. I don't have a lot of male friends who's working on that. There's a lot of girl friends that are girls that are really like, I have to be the center of attention. And also, I'll tell you also why it works with me and you and some other people who I share mutual friends with. And I'm not trying to be egotistical. Hope this doesn't hurt anybody's feelings. In most of my friend groups or circles, I'm the one bringing in friends to meet each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, it's easier, in my opinion, it's easier when you have friends that you see have things in common and you're like, well, I want to spend my time as much as I can spend my time with all these people. You just bring them together.
Yeah. And that makes sense. I mean, not to be funny, I have a lot of friends who we're in the same field. We're all teachers. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my thing is, it's not that I'm distancing myself from anybody else. It's just that, hey, they get a lot of input. I can get a lot of input from them and advice. How do I move? What should I do in regards to this situation with administration? It's just multiple things they can, aid and assist you with. And then these are the same people you are constantly with. Like going back to college, who was I constantly with? You.
Right.
We worked together. We lived in the same dorm. And like I say, we were always good people anyway, too. Okay, y'all. So I'm going to give y'all a little backstory.
Oh, Lord, you about to say names?
How we really, really met at Holmes Hall. I was cooking in the dorm, y'all. I want to meet some
was. Throwing it down in that kitchen.
I mean, for real, I wanted some fried chicken, some greens, and some mac and cheese. And I had cooked all this, but I'm saying like, well, dang, it's just me and Latara. Latara is my other friend, roommate. She also went to UK. And I was like, shoot, I know me and Latara ain't gonna eat all this. So I was like, you know what, MB, you want some food? And she was like, girl, yeah.
Girl.
So that's what really hit it off, okay? So
over some food. Share meals.
You never know.
Share meals. Share your food with people. They'll be excited.
Was it good though? Was it good?
Girl, I can taste the mac and cheese right now. Like I know exactly, because I've had it a few times of yours. I know exactly what it tastes like. I want some right now.
See, I can really cook. Okay.
She can throw down. But go ahead. Okay.
But again, it's just like different, each relationship brings something. And like I say, I do the same thing you do. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, this person really don't serve me no interest. You get what I'm saying? And I'm like, because it has to make sense. Some friendships have to make sense. Like, not funny. If I was, how can I say it? If I wanted to be on a healthier side, I ain't finna go hang out with somebody who want to go out to eat 24/7. I'm go, with somebody who want to do yoga and do this and we going on a hiking trail or we canoeing tomorrow. That's what I'm gonna hang out with. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah, I get it.
different purposes, and you got different circles for different things.
Yeah. So y'all just need to figure out friends that just, I mean, as we end the year, we just need to figure out friends that serve purposes. Like it don't even have to, it could be something as simple like as Janelle said, like that's my workout buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like we may only see each other when we work out, but we have a good old time when we work out together.
You hear me? And my thing is, you still have to trust. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. You just can't go out here and meet no strangers or nothing like that. But your friends, that's the person you trust, you confide in.
Mm-hmm.
They will be there to catch you when you fall, literally. You get what I'm saying? It's been
Definitely.
times where I'd be like, you know what, girl, I don't got no money in my account. Like, can you loan me some money? That friend should be able to be like, you know what, girl, I got you.
Right.
They ain't gonna look at you funny. They ain't gonna, judge you or nothing. Cause shit, we all struggle. We all struggle
Mm-hmm.
for real.
Life
So
is hard.
yes.
Life is hard.
And shoot, I done came to you a few times, for those who don't know, my father was very, very ill. Like he actually died and came back. Thank you, Jesus. But if it wasn't for MB, I think my mental and my spiritual side would have been affected, y'all. Like,
Girl, don't give me that much credit. You already had it together. I was just happy to see the outpour of family and friends that just gathered around you and supported you and sent so thoughtful messages as I was like looking at your timeline and stuff. But it was just so sad to see what was happening. But I'm so happy that he is doing better and you guys are able to spend more time together. So it's just a blessing.
like I say, I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, girl.
I just don't know, and that's the thing that counts. You get what I'm saying? It's all
Yeah.
about that support and that compassion for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So, those are the real true components of a friendship. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay, girls, go ahead.
But we do got to talk about this toxic stuff. So I'm gonna
Girl, we keep getting on the positive note. We keep getting back to the positive. We're like, but you need your friend for this and this. But yes, I was about to say the same thing. So I'm glad you were able to make that transition because I was about to transition us as well. So, girl, like, how do we have these conversations? Like, I feel like Issa and Molly did not go about it the right way when that fight started. I don't think it should have got to that. So, once we figure out, like, we've been sitting here, we clocking things in our mind because that's what we do. We sit there, okay, you done did this, clocked. You done did this, strike 2, strike 3. So how do we move past that, or how do we start initiate a conversation? Because I feel like it's hard sometimes to talk to your friends about like things you don't like about them or things you don't like that they did. So like,
how can I say it? Sometimes the things that we say can sound very shady.
mm-hmm.
Sharky remarks. For real, sometimes it can be just like that. Oh, you said something that I didn't like. You get what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
you used a tone with me that I did not like. You get what I'm saying? You got to check
right.
people like, who's you talking to?
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna need you to come back to reality and regroup. Cause it's me and you. You get what I'm saying? You know how I can get, and I know how you can get, and we already know that'll be a war. And
Girl.
I think has seen me in motion, baby. She know when it's wartime with me.
I know not to mess with Janelle. I don't want those problems. I'm gonna come to you as nice as possible, girl. I've been thinking. Can we sit down and have a conversation? I just want to, I want you to be open minded in this process, and just, what, I want you to express what you want to express. I want to express what I want to express, and I want to see it through. This is exactly how it comes to you.
And you get what I'm saying? That's when I'm able to be like, you know what? She came to me with her grown woman panties on.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk and be civilized. That's how you're supposed to do it. But if you hit me with any other shenanigans, it's either, well, I have grown. So I'm not going to do the old way. Because the old way, like Micahia say, you do not want to be around. But now,
we can talk about some stories, girl.
Yeah. Honey, baby, child, I will pull up real quick. But now I'm just like, you know what? I don't even got the energy, boom. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Because sometimes you really do have to learn how to talk to people and be assertive with people and just let them know how you feel. And they don't always have to agree with how you feel. As long as you say how you feel and you're okay with it, then you're able to move on and get past it. But I have an issue with people not taking accountability for what they did, for what they said. I have an issue with that though. Don't make it seem like, oh, this person is just going crazy for no reason. No, let them know exactly why they're going crazy. It's because you did X, Y, and Z, and I'm gonna need you to tell them you did X, Y, and Z. Because at the end of the day, it's all about accountability. Am I right?
Yeah, it is.
So
It
when I
is.
feel like you did some things that wasn't right, we all have to be accountable for our actions. You get what I'm saying? And
Definitely.
that's really what it really boils down to, is being accountable for your actions.
Girl, I agree. I mean, you've been dropping gems this whole episode. Like, shoot, if I have no any issues with my friends, I know what to do, how to sit them down, have a conversation, how to recognize the signs. Girl, you done told us everything. Shoot.
Like I say, girl, it's just I don't know. I don't know. And I feel like a lot of people just don't know how to sit down and have a one-on-one conversation. And then some people they want to ignore the conversation. Those are the people who
Yeah.
want to
Don't
touch the
like
truth.
confrontation and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you have that. And the reason why they don't want you to touch the truth is because they're not ready to deal with it. You have a lot of people who are not ready. When you start talking facts, I need you to sit down and get your finances together because you spent too much money on Fashion Nova. They don't want to. They don't want to hear that. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to leave homeboy alone because he messing around with so and so, and I heard he got some. You need to stay clear of him. So
Yeah.
they don't want to hear that. They be like, she coming at my man. That's my man. She must be jealous. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Like, no.
No, you
Girl,
just
it's
kind
just what you said. It's just emotion on top of people feeling some type of way. It's emotions. Like, people, anytime you bring up something that somebody doesn't like or they don't agree with or they don't want to deal with, like you said, is because the emotions involved in it. And we just need to take our emotions out, deal with the situation, and then deal with our emotions a little bit later. Like, just be a grown woman about it or a grown man.
and that's all about the growth and maturity. And you just
Yeah.
hit it. And my thing is, you're supposed to be grown enough to be like, you know what, my feelings is hurt, but I'm gonna still think about it, what they just said. You get
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And you don't even have to speak on it right then and there. You can just say, you know what, friend, I heard you, and I just need some time to really process it. That's all you have to say. But again, not too many people are mature to even have that conversation or to even have that perspective.
Girl. Well, hopefully this episode helps somebody out because I know we, again, like I said, end of the year, let's let some of these people go or at least sit down and have a conversation with them and figure out what our next steps are, where we moving in this relationship. Because it's just energy that people don't have. Like, I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. So much other stuff I want to get to in 2021. There's so much other stuff I want to take care of. Like, I can't be weighed down.
And I feel you on that because at the end of the day, the energy is huge. And you have so much negativity, or when you have that friend who just only call you when they do something, or they only call you when their life is in chaos, it can be very, very hard on you mentally. It can drain your energy, but then also you feel lonely and abandoned too in that process because you're like, you go through all this time. Oh dang, I haven't even heard from you. You ain't even checked on me to say, hey, how you doing? You ain't
Yeah.
asked me anything. Anything.
It's
Girl,
crazy.
you a job by my house. You get what I'm saying? You got the address. Pull up, baby. It's
Yeah.
always been any of my friends is an open invitation. As long as I'm home, sure, I'm opening up the door for you. It's an open invitation. But when you don't have no type of communication with your friend, of course they're gonna feel like, dang, she just isolated me, or she just dropped me just completely and fell off the face of the earth. I mean, you're gonna feel hurt, you're gonna feel lonely, and you're gonna be feeling totally brushed off. But then you just have to really bounce back, and it's not necessarily an issue with you. It's an issue that they're dealing with, and they're gonna still have to deal with it. And you just gotta let it play its role. But then that's when you build on the friendships that you do have.
Yeah.
Learn more about yourself, and go on adventures by yourself. Sometimes a lot of us, we're not comfortable with doing things alone. You have to be able to do things alone, baby. Go to the movie.
Girl, you need to repeat that.
Look, I'm telling you, because shoot, I done lived
Girl.
this last 2020, baby.
Mm-hmm.
2020 has taught me some things. I ain't talked to people probably once the whole year. Okay.
Yeah.
I have really learned. Like, right now, well, shoot, I hang out with my family more than anything. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Robin, that's my cousin, but we more like the best friends, whatever you want to call it.
Girl, I just want to let everybody know I don't have the COVID. My tea went down the wrong tube, so that's what that was. My bad. Go ahead. Woo.
You good girl. But
Woo.
like I say, my cousin is like my best friend. You get what I'm saying? We like sister
Mm-hmm.
besties. But you really have to learn to really love people that God still have in your life. You
Amen.
focus on that loss. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta move on, stay positive, get in positive relationships and friendships, and just continue to grow as a person. And again, like I say, people they're not comfortable with being alone. And sometimes you just need that space, whether that's to be in better relationship with God or to really build on you and work on you. So
Yeah.
hey, even though this is toxic friendships and stuff, sometimes that can be the best benefit for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Makes
something
you reflect.
yeah. Because then you'd be like, you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy I ain't dealt with you all year. Because then I don't got that negative space, that negative energy, all
Mm-hmm.
your problems on me. And I'm trying to help you work it out. And you ain't even going listen to a thing I really said.
Right.
Don't you think that your friend come to you about their problems and then they
Don't
don't
even
take
listen.
your advice? That's the worst. She
Girl.
be, you know what? I could have kept my little oxygen, baby.
Kept all his breath over here.
That's what I'm saying. So, like I say, it can be a good thing, y'all. Just look at it from a different perspective. I had to this year, and
Girl.
I'm okay. And like
Yep.
that's the thing. When you learn to be okay with it, you at peace. And when you at peace,
Mm-hmm.
ain't nothing else come between it.
Yeah. Girl, I agree. Again, dropping gems. Just all these gems. Shit, I can't even snap with my left finger, just so y'all know. I just be doing it for effects. Okay, girl, but we've been on here for about an hour, so this brings us to the end of our episode. Before we go, we do have our last segment. If you don't know, now you know. I'm not going to finish the sentence. But so if you don't know, now you know segment is just where we wrap up everything. We discuss one takeaway from this episode because we're learning and growing just like you guys. Like, I've learned so much from this conversation with Janelle. I know Janelle's probably learned a lot from this conversation. Janelle, I'm going to let you go first because you just dropped a lot of gems. So what is one takeaway?
Again, it's okay to let go of people. And it's okay for them to let go of because sometimes that can be the thing that's really holding you back from your growth in meeting new people. So look at everything from a different perspective.
Mm.
Again, cut the necessary people out of your life. If they're bringing you bad energy, bad vibes, let it go. Let it go. It ain't even worth having and holding on to. I know when we're young, friendships mean everything to us. You get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
older, things have shifted and changed. And also just to let you know that when you get older, you're not going to be able to talk to your friends every single day like you used
Right.
to in high school and middle school. So just know that too. Because we all are busy. Shoot, I know me and MB, we talk at least every 2 weeks. I know we talk.
Yeah, we try to catch up every 2 weeks. Yeah.
So again, just make time out to make sure you hit up this person, that person, and just take into consideration that everyone has a busy life as we get older. And if
Mm-hmm.
that person really means something to you, take the time to reach out.
Right. Put in the energy. And also, okay, I have one takeaway that we did not talk about in the episode and one that we did. So I'm sorry, you guys, I got two. One takeaway based off what Janelle just said, her last statement. Um, reach out. Like, there are friends, especially as we're going through COVID and everything, and people stuck in the house and not used to it. There's friends going through real life like stuff right now, like depression, everything, and they may not have the ability to reach out to you. So provide them some grace in that and reach out. And also those friends that are going through something, like if that's your friend, just be open and honest with them. Say, hey girl, I've been going through something right now. You may not hear from me for a little bit, but I just want to let you know I still love you. I'm gonna work through my problems and my issues and try to make myself better, and take care of myself, my mental health and mental well-being. And then, you know what, as soon as I feel like I'm in a good place, I'll reach back out. Like, it could be that simple.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
And your friend should understand. And if your friend don't understand, then that's a toxic friendship right there. Mm-hmm. And then my one takeaway from the episode is just be open and honest to the conversation. Like, if you're that friend that is toxic, like some of y'all know, we done pointed to the key points here. I don't need to list them right next to me, but some of y'all know y'all toxic. So please be open to the conversation that your friend is going to have with you. And for those friends who are wanting to have those conversations with their toxic friend, please come correct. Like, that's your friend. Like, be respectful. Like, there's no reason that you need to come sideways. Like, just say what you have to say. Maybe if you feel like it's getting elevated, calm yourself down first before you go have the conversation. Because I understand we all in our feelings sometimes. Like, calm yourself down, have the conversation. Try not to have the conversation over text, because that gets misconstrued all the time. Like, FaceTime, real conversation, face-to-face, whatever you need to do. But be open and honest, and trust the process. It's all a process. Life is a process. Okay, girl. So, this is the time where we're getting to the end of the episode. We definitely want to mention where you guys can follow us. You can follow me at I'm Just MB on Instagram. Again, we are on YouTube as well if you guys want to watch us. I know I was doing a whole bunch of hand expressions throughout the whole episode, so y'all missed that if y'all weren't watching it. And if you guys want to be a part of this conversation, DM me. Like, if you guys have questions, if you have something you want us to answer, you have a topic you like I love you guys' conversations together. Like, can y'all talk about this? Like, we over here having grown woman conversations about transitions, life, everyday things. Like, we're more than willing to talk about it. We're more than willing to give advice. So feel free to DM me, and I'm Just MB.
And my Instagram is BeUtifulJ. So that is BeUYou, Tiful, TIFUL, and then with a J at the end. Again, hit me up on Instagram. Yeah, I'm on there. It might not seem like I'll be on there posting stuff. Be on there, okay? I'm the person who be strolling and liking stuff.
Girl, same with me. Like, I had to fell off of Instagram, but I'm getting back on. Since we back on this podcast, we doing things. My girl's here. Like, I gotta get back on and start posting stuff so y'all can see what's going on. I will say, if you guys made it to the end of this episode, you like us. Like, we friends now. So please subscribe. Like, you don't want to miss out on future episodes. Like, you want to help us to become more discoverable. If you're listening on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, yeah, we on there. Please subscribe so you don't miss out. And until next time, it's your girl Micahia B, MB.
And this is Janelle.
Okay, we'll see you guys next week, hopefully.
All right, see ya.
Bye. How do I stop this?